time practice. Hey Black Lotus, good morning. Thank you for joining. I know I'm late, Black Lotus. You don't even have to say it. Tina, Louise, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I know I'm late. um Black Lotus, can you hear the music or should I turn it up a little bit more? Jeannie, you say you won't say it. Thank you. I know I'm late. That is absolutely my fault. Thank you, Black Lotus. The music is fine. Um, yeah, let's see. That's not what I want. I'm just setting up over. Hey, True. Good morning. How are you? Pop out chat. I am gonna end this so it doesn't jingle. All right, let's see if we can. Oh, some reason TikTok Live Studio is feeling like my true, I am good. I actually feel fine, but you know what's been happening? Listen to me. Get me started. Um I need to get like eye drops for dry eyes because I think what I realize is in the mornings it's not so much that I'm still buffering. It's that because my eyes are feel so dry, I don't, you know what, I don't, it's like you, it's almost like you don't feel 100%, and it's because my eyes, um it's because my eyes seem to be feeling dry. Eyes. Okay. But yeah, I feel fine. I'm not complaining. I'm fine. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to um I was trying to you said you uh Blondie, why don't you come over to TikTok? Nobody's over there on YT. Why are you have you been up since so early? Y'all, Blondie's over on the YT. I'm telling her to come over here. It helps to have the body information, right? True. You're right. You are totally right. Have what been like that before? Uh, sorry, y'all. That's why I was late, is because, as usual, the only reason I'm usually late is something um technology related. But I think I should be okay. You said, "Hey Tanya, good morning." Blondie, Black Lotus said you're over there drinking your coffee and having donuts by yourself. Now, y'all, the camera is even the camera that has the mic on it is even closer to me now. So y'all have to really tell me to shut it up and be and keep it. um I knew I knew that you meant the live. Now you have it. Well, Blondie, you couldn't get it before because I wasn't here. Um, I wasn't. I was late today, very late. Late. I think later than I've ever been. Did y'all notice there we have two different angles today? Did we notice that? Not on the YT, but over here. I didn't bother to set it up on the YT with the three cameras. I'll do it for tomorrow, but over here we have it. Okay, today, y'all, you know what I'm gonna do? I think we're gonna have a little bit of variety today. I am going to pick one of our sketches and I am going to test different, I'm going to refine it, put in detail using different tools. You know how when we were doing the lines, I was practicing with different tools? I'm gonna try to use some of those different tools to add some value to these sketches. So we gotta pick, we need to pick, uh, should I do a house or something else? A house or one of the cars or something. I still need to finish this one. I'll do that a little bit later. Y'all, I actually like these three angles. What do y'all think? I kind of like it, right? It's kind of cool. Um, should I do my Land Rover? Ooh, you've been in the fan club for 2 months, Blondie. You said, look, I've got something. Let us do. Oh, remember last night, Raven Dark Art, welcome in. Remember last night we changed our Cheers song. Now this is our new Cheers song. So this is for you, Blondie. Wait. Congratulations and thank you for supporting me. I feel like it's been longer than that, Blondie, but I guess we'll take it. Thank you for supporting me for 2 whole months. The Renaissance Dad, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. All right, y'all, I need y'all to help me to pick. Should I do one of the houses or should I do a car? One of the cars. We didn't do a lot of cars. I did a couple cars. Or should we do one of the houses or something? Car? All right, let's pick which car. Um, Today is going to be low and slow, y'all. We are not gonna rush. We're gonna talk about some awesome stuff, and I am going to do these different versions of whichever car we choose. So we have this was a Land Rover, I think. Corda, welcome in. Thank you for joining. This was a Land Rover. Let's find, like I said, we didn't do a lot of cars. This was a Volvo. I didn't really put a lot of detail here yet. I'm leaving this boat alone, y'all. We got through a good number of these. These are our buildings. Iggy Iguana over here. Wait, is that it? I did more cars. What happened to our I need to find this. Where's the sketch for this one? So it's either the Volvo, the Land Rover, or our 3-car old station wagon. Which one do y'all want to work on today? Oh, y'all, I just had a great idea for our, when we go to our secret place. I can sometimes add some of these, like these that you can work, we could work on if you want, if anybody wanted to work on them together. Well, y'all, I think the station wagons took themselves off the list because I can't find them. I can't find the sketch with them. Wait, let me see. Oh, I found it. Or should we do more versions of the little baby Porsche? Should we do more versions of the Porsche? Well, only well, Tanya's getting all the choices then. All right, station wagon it is. I found it. Station wagon it is. All right, y'all. So I am going to do a couple different I'm going to do a couple different ways of transferring the image. Um, it's not the most efficient way to do it in today's day and age, but my favorite way to do a transfer of an image is to do the shading on the back um and then going from there. So I think what I am going to do is I'm going to do some of that, and then I'm also going to use the light box as an example as well. So we'll do both. Hey, Be Easy, good morning. How are you? Um, so let's start with the shading on the back one first. Like I said, that's my favorite. So I'm gonna do that, and then we can, and then and then the next one I'll do as a light box. So which one should we start with? What angle should we start with? 1, 2, 3. The top one, the middle one, or the bottom one? Which one should we start with as our first image to refine? 2. All right. Let's do it. Um when I do it, I sorry for the noise, y'all. I'm digging through my bucket of goodies. You said like the backbone? What's like the backbone, Blondie? The Oh, because here you mean like the backbone? Let's see what I can do with this. That was my worst. That was the worst sketch I did. So, um, but again, y'all, this is practice, and the idea is we practice so we can get better. And so I am just going to keep practicing and try not to focus in on, oh, this was a mistake, like, oh, I made a mistake. So I am going to um oh, y'all. Actually, I'm gonna use the light box already. Oh, I'm trying not to have this. I'm trying not to have the cord for the camera get in your way. I'm going to. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Um, I gotta adjust this so that what you're seeing is not foolishness. There you go. Oops. Where's it falling? It feels like it's falling. Why is your phone putting your words wrong constantly? I don't know, Blondie. Kate, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Um, autocorrect sometimes works far more than you want it to. So that might be it. Before you hit enter to send this, before you hit enter to send it, you might need to double check before you hit enter. I know that happens to me all the time, and I have to double check. You said I know everything. It's the autocorrect. All right, y'all. So even though when I say I'm going to use the Lightbox to transfer, and I'm also gonna use the shading transfer. Right now, I need the light because the light is actually really dark in here for me. I know y'all see it a little bit lighter, but for me, the light is actually super dark. Um, let's see, what paper do I use to do this one? What paper do we use? Let's use a little bit of, can I see it? This is why I'm not using, in some cases, I might not use the light box because in this case, I'm doing the shading, so I will use this paper because this paper I can just transfer to. But if I use the light box, I will use this paper, a little bit thinner paper, so that I can see better. So I'm going to do both versions for shading. Be easy. Thanks for getting your heart, me, and for the roots, and for the Go Popular friend. Um, so yeah. I still need the light from the light box to be able to shade. So what I'm going to do is on the back of this, I'm just gonna use, this is a super soft, it's an HB, super soft, but I love using it because of how you can see here that it's, if I put it here, it's a super thick pencil. So it covers more ground for me. You want me to move it to the other side? Okay. Is this better? Move it to where the books are. Is that better? Um, you can use any soft pencil to do this. We know that, right? So I just use this giant one that I have. It's a Caran d'Ache. I don't. Oh, you know what, y'all? I have my 18 and over on, I think. The song playing is Know That You Are Loved. It's Cleo Soul, Tanya. I wasn't listening to it. I just realized as soon as you asked me that, I realized that I don't have my. Do we need to repeat the song, Tanya? Does this deserve a replay? So I'm just kind of going over the refined sketch lines with this. Um, so then the graphite will transfer when I do it the other way. And then whichever side we choose next, I'm gonna use the light box to do the transfer onto the paper. Yeah. I was telling Drew earlier that my eyes are super dry and I feel it, y'all. I need to get some. Any recommendations for good eye drops for dry eyes? All right. It's because of the light, Tanya. When I take the light box away, you won't. You should be able to see it. Is it when you say it's? Is it or is it something that's blocking it? Now you want me to put it back? It's out of view. Oh, I realized. I just realized I didn't have it. Is it? This is better, right? I realized that I have to. I had it all the way down here. I see what you're saying. Yes, I thought it was the light. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all, my arm hurts. You know what? I'm gonna use this paper anyway. All right, now I'm gonna just use a tiny bit of tape to hold it in place in one spot so that while I'm moving it, yeah, I have to remember where to put the stuffy fixer upper. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. All right, y'all. Let me get the tape. Give me 1 second while I push my chair back and come back quickly. Um, the stuffy fixer upper. I am doing. We in the mornings a lot of times I'm doing. Thank you for the follow. I am doing like beginner drawing exercises. So this was we used an image reference, and I had created a basic. The blue is a basic shape sketch, and then I refined the sketch with the red. And now I'm going to go in and I'm doing an image transfer onto another sheet of paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and use different tools to add additional value to the shape. So that's what I'm doing. We're doing some like beginner transfer. Oh, Blondie, I didn't do the actual transfer yet. Remember, this was the sketch that I had done before. Actually, I see I need to move it up a little bit. I have my mobile preview on so that y'all can see. Although now the top is like true, my eyes aren't burning. They're just they don't like they're not sharpening focus because they're dry. They aren't burning though. They aren't burning at all. Art Life 18, welcome in. The stuffy fixer upper, did that make sense? I might have been. I don't know if I honestly I don't remember if I was like rambling my description to you. I hope that made sense. All right, y'all. I'm gonna move this camera over a little bit more so y'all are seeing more of it at the top. That's better, right? Tell me. Oh, true. I already forgot that I asked for recommendations. That's why you're asking me. You said just use any saline eye dry drops. Okay, so then anyone. Perfect. Thank you, Drew. Um, oh, thank you for the bravos, Tanya. All right, y'all. All right, so Blondie, I just did the back of it with the soft pencil. So then now I'm going to just use another fairly soft pencil, and I'm just gonna use a 3B. That should be fine. And go over my lines, and then I'll have a nice line sketch to start with on the sheet of paper that I'm going to be adding the value on. Yeah, I have to go get the saline today for sure. Because even right now, like, I can see, but it's a little bit harder because my eyes are dry. So this is not, if you compare like the variety of ways, and yeah, there are lots of ways that people transfer images. images based on what they're doing and all that. You know, like what type of art they're doing. One of the ways that some like folks that paint or what anyone can do it that way, but some other folks that paint onto like larger canvases, they sometimes use a projector to project their sketch onto the canvas. Did I eat? Hey Luna, good morning. Oh, the Stuffy Fixer Upper, thank you. I appreciate that. You said Black Lotus, you said use eye drops with natural. Is that is it hyaluronic acid or chamomile? Oh, sustain is one. Oh, okay. Oh, I never heard of eye drops with chamomile in it. That's interesting. All right, I will definitely check that out too. Did I eat lots of sugar yesterday? True, I eat lots of sugar every day, which I shouldn't be. I know that, but I eat lots of sugar every day. That sounds interesting, right? True? All right, Black Lotus. It sounds like we will check that one out. The Stuffy Fixer Upper, thank you. We're going low and slow today. You said you saw that car yesterday when you went to get your hair done. Oh, look at that. You were thinking, oh, that's the old station wagon that we've been drawing. And look, I picked it before you even came in. Well, Tanya picked it. We picked it. Tanya picked it. Tanya knew you saw it yesterday somehow. Um, Again, there are a few different ways to transfer. Even though this might be the least efficient time-wise, honestly, y'all, since I'm not in production mode for this and this is just practice, this is my favorite way to transfer images. I don't know why, but it has always been my favorite and I actually do it a lot. Even on my lino blocks, which frankly, there are much more accurate. I mean, there are much more efficient ways for me to transfer onto the lino block. Um, but I just love it, so I do it. Sometimes even for production purposes, and you need some efficiency. Sometimes if you enjoy something, just do the thing you enjoy, even if it might not be the most efficient way to do it. Just do the thing you enjoy. Misha, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Friends, as you are hanging out, please don't forget that every now and again, just keep tapping the screen so we can get our like count up. Um, so we can get our like count up um, and get more folks in here with us. Apparently, I keep saying it, but I don't know. Sometimes I notice that when we tap, I see the difference, but sometimes, yeah, I don't know if we see the difference. Remember that day we did it, like we were all tapping too, and we got to 100,000 really quickly. Um, that didn't make a bit of difference. All right, y'all, but we can try. Luna, thanks for the heart me and for the popular friend. How was your dinner last night, Luna? Was it lovely? Daniel, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Lucy, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Annie, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Tanya. All right, y'all. Look. So now I have a little baby back view station wagon here. So I want to try to use one of let's use something different to try to get our. Oh yeah, I feel like I want to use the. What do you call that? Um, are you serious, Luna? You said so romantic. We went to Applebee's. Luna, is that why you were on TikTok? Because I was like, Luna, why are you on TikTok? All right, y'all. Here's my image. This is our reference image, if you remember. Oh, y'all, that is a gross view of my hand. Ew, that was weird. I gotta be mindful of that. You can say it on here, true. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with. You can message me or you can say it on here, true. I don't mind either way. Oh, yeah, the lights. Just, oh, here we go. This is our reference image. So I'm gonna put this. You won't be able to see the reference image much from the middle, but you said fortunately you wear gloves for your lives. It was like a close up of um my my hairy arm. Oh, that is romantic. For real. The early days when that was like what you um that was like the only thing you could afford at the time or something like that, right? And it was just about spending time together and not so much about when you were broke. And not so much about, the fanciness of the place. I hear you. You said your hands look crazy sometimes too. Honestly, if I was to get like, I have to just forget it at times because if I want to, like, if I think about all the things that I'm self-conscious about, then I won't go live. I'm like, whatever. I don't care anymore. You said you had so much fun. That's good, Luna. That's the best part. The fun is not no pressure and lots of laughs. Yes. Did you get dressed up? Walking into Applebee's all fancy? That would have been cute. Hey, Nika Grace. You said no. I'm like, did you wear that beautiful fur to Applebee's? Thanks for getting your heart me. And that go. I saw that. You say Luna had on a fancy bracelet. Luna's everyday um is a fancy bracelet. Y'all, Luna's name is not a joke. Luna thrifts Lux finds. Luna is finding some very fabulous stuff um on her thrifting expeditions. Ooh, the sweet flutter. Do I have to look at now? I have to look back at my thing for that. I didn't see it. Thank you, Nika. Because I had my. Oh, it didn't show. Is it one? Summer. Oh, I see it. I just saw it. It must be delayed, Luna. I just saw it. I mean, Nika, I just saw it. Thank you. I just saw it. It went out. Yeah, it's delayed. Oh my goodness. That is what a delay. Dark Satyr, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Star, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Oh my, 862, welcome in. Thank you for joining. You said you you say you were sexy. Is that supposed to be as hell yesterday? I I think I have the 18 and over on. You can, I can say that out loud. Or I guess I could have said as heck. Um, but what happened to today? Be easy. It went away. Did the sexy go away? Thanks for sharing the live, Nico. Hair check, clothes check, face double check. Uh-oh. Let me find out. Be Easy said face card never declines over here, y'all. I hope you documented it so you can share it with us. Be Easy elevated that snack game. That's right. Sweet barbecue Pringles went from basic to um basic to elegant to sweet barbecue Pringles went Lux. Ah, again, be easy. Don't ignore my question about documenting. I hope you documented it so you can share it with us. True, I was just checking to see. Oh, I have it. Oh, I see the suggestion. I was going back to look to see if you put it in. You say one day a week I have different artists come up live and share their work. They only get 20 minutes. True, that's a good idea. Um, that's a wonderful idea. And now that we know that because before I was having a challenge with the TikTok live studio guest stuff, the audio was not working properly, but the other day when Precious came up, it works now. So we can definitely do that, True. And then when we are in our secret place, True, we will have posts specifically for that. So that's a great idea, True. We have to figure out which day that would work. Do you think the morning one or the night one would be better for that? Where is our Sir Steve Lazard III sticker? Sir Steve Iggy Lazard. Come on, you can't be forgetting part of part of his name. Sir Steve Iggy Lazard the third. Dr. Erica, good morning. Welcome in. That's perfect, True. Thank you. And True, you know the deal. If you don't see me doing it or talking about doing it like next week or something like that, just remind me, please. I'm I'm like I'm like setting up so many different things that sometimes things fall through the cracks. So if you don't see me doing it, please remind me. Thanks for the rose, Dr. Erica. Oh, Dr. Erica, thank you. It's TikTok Live Studio. Today I actually added, usually I only have two views, me and another view, but the overhead view. But today I added the third one because we had talked about it yesterday in Dr. Lisa's live, and I told folks that I was going to try to add some Just I didn't take a lot of time, but I added something additional so folks could see that there are other options too. Alex, welcome in. Thank you for joining. So folks, I am going to do a little bit of, yeah, Dr. Erica. So this is, I mean, this is basic stuff. Um, Tanya, it doesn't show. Have you ever, Tanya, you need to, if you open TikTok Live Studio, that's not how it shows. It actually, the puzzle piece comes up in the in the program itself. So it doesn't it doesn't show on the video display at all. It comes up in the program itself. Nika Grace, these rolling of my eyes, I don't even know if I could do it properly. That's for you, Nika Grace. You said it's so hard to get a sticker in here, but you're not a quitter. All right. Okay. I'm gonna actually right after the live, I'm going to make the sticker. I'm not gonna stress myself out about. I'm gonna do a trace version drawing of it, but I will do a sticker. True, don't encourage her. You have been asking since you have been asking since November. You're right. You are. I did one. You are right, Nika. I did do one, but after the live, today's my wing it day. Even though today I'm supposed to be working on finishing the packages so they can be up on the website, so that tomorrow morning I can tell y'all that the packages are up, so y'all can take a look at them and tell me what you think. See, there's a sticker, Tanya. Dr. Erica, you can, the stickers that are available for your fan club members, you can drop the stickers in the chat for fan club members. You can put in custom stickers in the chat. And I only have 2 custom stickers. And I have been encouraged, strongly encouraged by a few folks in here on a very regular basis to add more. And I keep saying, yeah, Dr. Erica, I keep saying that I'll create more and I don't. So I just haven't taken the time to do it. That's all. And they are teasing me about it. They tease me about it on a regular basis. And then recently I had an encounter on the live stream. Hey, Moonflower Mama, welcome back. How are you? Thank you for the greeting heart. So recently I had an encounter with an iguana on the live stream, actually. We were live when the encounter occurred. And we've named the iguana and all kinds of things. So I had said I was going to do an iguana sticker. So Nika is now referring to me saying that I was going to do an iguana sticker. Like, where's the sticker already? Nika, I did create my beep 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 video though. I have it created. I just haven't posted it yet. So I did listen to you. Maybe not about the sticker, but about that. So yes, y'all. I am. I'll do it after. I will. I will. I will. Let's see, Dr. Eric. It will be. I'll make it some fun colors too. Y'all, I'll make it some really bright, fun colors. Sir Steve was not a, a brightly colored iguana, but I do think some of the look of it might be. Wait, what happened? Your migraine. Is it noon your time that your live is, Moonflower? Mama? Is your live at noon your time? Oh, it's Eastern. Oh, you only have 2 hours. Why are you on here? Doesn't the bright light stuff have an impact? Why aren't you laying in a dark room relaxing? Moonflower Mama, don't get added to the list of people that get yelled at on here. He needed some bug soup and he'd be true. I think that might be true because the list is growing, Tanya. The people that get yelled at, the list is growing. You said don't yell, hurts the migraine. Oh, okay, Moonflower Mama. You said it is subsiding. It just needs to finish. Well, hopefully you got 2 hours, about 2 hours, so you should be good. Um, I won't yell since that might hurt the migraine. True. I I actually think that might be true because a couple people commented on the video that the iguana looked, I'm assuming they have some kind of iguana expertise that I don't have. That the iguana looked dehydrated and malnourished. Um and I am thinking actually since those comments I didn't notice it before, but when you look at the iguana, it actually did look a little like maybe skinny. I don't know. So it might have been stuck there for far longer than I thought. Y'all, I don't go outside a lot, so hot shower will help, and you have the lights down and sounds down. Yeah, so you'll be fine. 2 hours. You go off and on the list, Nika. You do. You do. Everybody goes off and on. I'm not yelling at everybody, the same people every day. I might be yelling at somebody, but not the same people every day. Try some. Yeah, Art Walker. I just added that actually today just for because in my agency manager's room, we were talking about live studio, and I was talking about how you can have different, um, you can really try different things in terms of setup. I wanted to add like graphic stuff, but I didn't have enough time this morning. Maybe I'll do it for tomorrow, just so folks can see that there are like this is still a simple setup. There are a varied number of ways that you can set it up. I don't know how helpful the three camera setup is, but we don't seem to be having too terrible of a time with it. What I'm having a terrible time with is my dry eye business going on here. Oh, y'all, I didn't notice this the whole time I've been sketching this thing. I did not notice that the back of this says one family owned. Did any of y'all notice that when I was sketching this boat? I never noticed it said one family owned. I think I was too freaked out about getting those angles. Have to sprinkle some heart means you'll be back. Okay, Nika Grace. Yes, y'all, keep tapping. Oh, we're at a good number. 13K is good. Yeah, y'all. This is the sketch, and I just transferred one of the angles as chosen by folks. This is the sketch of the three angles of this 19, it's a 19. I'm sure it could, Art Walker. I'm sure it could. But I'm trying not to give myself a hard time. I'm saying I'm going to practice, and then I'm going to do it again and it will be better. You said maybe. I'm sure it could. It absolutely could. Like here, yeah, it sure could. But next time I try it, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm really not getting because you are 100%. You said don't want to get mixed up. I'm not, because you are 100%. But guess what? I had said to myself, remember you were in here one day and you were talking about like you use a ballpoint pen so as not to be in this place where that you're like making the erasing and all that stuff. And I thought about it and I was like, when I go back in and do the my sketches, like do the same sketches and try to refine them and get better at them, I'm gonna use ink to do it. This version of what I'm doing is literally just taking that sketch and transferring the image of the sketch and then adding additional value to it. So it will still keep the bad angle because I'm not drawing it from the looking at it again. That I do need to practice now, because the more I do this, it still becomes like when I do it this way, I'm still doing it in a way that's like you're tracing, even though I'm tracing my own sketch, I'm still tracing the bad. I don't want to use the word bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm still tracing the potential mistake in terms of the angle. I'm still doing that. But right now I'm just practicing I'm just trying to add like the details with different tools to practice how the line work looks for this. So I'm gonna go back and draw it and try to get, especially for this thing. This was a good reference for angles. For this thing was a good reference for angles. Having the same vehicle at these different angles, it was a good reference. Yes, Art Walker, but remember, as a beginner, I have not learned perspective yet. So the next time I go in, I need to do it with the 1 point perspective. Yeah, I agree with you. You are 100% right. And also, y'all, I keep telling y'all, even though grid paper is helpful for other people, I don't really like grid paper to begin with for sketching. No, I know. No, Art Walker, I know perspective. What I'm saying is, if I'm pretending that I'm a beginner and I've never done this before, at this stage in the practice, I wouldn't have learned perspective yet. I know perspective. You said what? I know perspective. I just haven't, as a beginner, if I'm really trying to act like I'm a beginner, I haven't learned it yet. That's what I mean. That's why I said as a beginner. I haven't learned that yet. But I do know perspective. I used to do architectural drawing. I know perspective really well. Um I used to do technical drawing in high school. I've told that story because at my high school they didn't my high school was an all girls high school, and they didn't allow us to do classes like that. We had needlework and cookery. Those were our options. And my friend and I wanted to be architects when we were in high school, and we wanted to do technical drawing because that was the first step in high school to getting into, potentially like getting into UE to do architecture. And we had to go to the boys high school, and we convinced one of the the TD drawing, the technical drawing teachers to teach us technical drawing after school. And our parents paid him to do like extra classes with us to teach us technical drawing. Yeah, that's what happens when you grow up in Jamaica. You learn as a woman or as a girl, you learn how to sew and to cook, not to draw or technical drawing. You said very inspiring. But look at me. I'm not an architect. Look at me. I'm not an architect. Hey, love. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Black Lotus, thank you for the bravos. Moonflower Mama, thank you for the bravos and for getting your heart. Me? Ooh, love, you leveled up. All right, y'all. We have a new sound, remember? Our cheers sound is a new one now. So let me see if I can get these sound effects up. Okay, Moonflower Mama. So noon, you're gonna be live doing knitting. Moonflower Mama is gonna be live at noon doing knitting. Black Lotus, did you get a chance to go into Moonflower Mama's live stream yesterday for the knitting at 4? Today, Moonflower Mama is live at noon. All right, this is our new cheers to love for leveling up. Is it gonna do it? Come on. Did it happen, y'all? I don't hear it. This is a fake. There we go. Let me pop this out because every time I have to do it and I have to keep clicking, it takes long. You stayed there the whole time. Black Lotus. Look at you. You are no joke. You are really disciplined. I always strive to be like you. But I forget most of the time. Buongiorno. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. What just happened? Yeah, now I think I lost the sound effects. There's too many things on my screen. I undocked it, but where is it? Oh, y'all, you can add new sounds to the sound effects. I'm going to try that. See if we can find some. I would have to find ones that are like royalty free. All right, y'all, let me get back to this. Let me get back to this incorrect angle sketch. Artwork, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. TikTok gave you a rose to gift? What kind of rose? That sounds interesting. But Art Walker, you have to hold me accountable since you're coming in on a fairly regular basis now. I mean, really regular. You have to hold me accountable to not staying in such a basic place. You did that already with me, I think, with the, not I think, you did with reminding me about really the 3D shapes are the best approach, especially when you get to something that is like, is a live form, animals, people, that kind of thing. You really reminded me that now I need to move on from the flat shapes to showing folks the 3D shape and practicing myself the 3D shapes. So I'm actually starting that tomorrow. So you have to now hold me accountable to this. Like I it's easy for me to be like, oh, I'm practicing it as a beginner and I'm not gonna bother to fix it. It's a mistake that doesn't need to be refined. But I do need to go back and start refining and eventually start sketching um as is versus this tracing thing too, because that does get you into the habit of, even though it's your own thing you're tracing again. You're practicing that as you speak. Yeah. Black Lotus, thank you for the high bears. You must use rose in 2 days in the backpack. That's interesting. Did you randomly look in your backpack, love? I got when I get on Dr. Lisa's live next, I gotta go look in my backpack then. All right, y'all. Tell me, is the light too bright in the second screen? I can't, y'all. This jerry rig thing that I have up here, I can't turn one side of the Let me see if I close this completely. No, that doesn't make a difference. I can't turn one side of the windows up because it's good. Okay. Because I can't turn one side of the windows up because Art Walker, now I can't unsee it. You messed me up because now I can't unsee the horrendous angle. I can't unsee it. Oh, no, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stay focused on what I was doing. Right now, the thing I'm practicing is using the thing I'm testing. We're not, it's more experimentation right now. Because now Art Walker forced me to be present in what I'm looking at. Because before I just was tracing. Oh, somebody's calling me. Um, I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So yeah, I am gonna ignore it though because I just want to practice my what the different tools will give me, and then I'll go back. So yeah, we we won't be rid of the 1971 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. That's what this car is. A 1971 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Maybe I'll do a little. One thing I will tell y'all, one of my things that I think I'm going to try that I really love illustration wise is like really sketchy lines. So I think that my final style after all this practice, I'm gonna end up in a fairly sketchy line place, at least for some things. I do like sketchy lines. Mm, I'm doing a tiny bit of course correction, just a tiny. Still here, I should have done some. I could have done some, not should have, could have. But we're focused on our. Oh, it's so funny that you. Ooh, Black Lotus, thank you for the shares. Y'all, we have had 237 views already today. You're back, Nika Grace. Um, Gotta figure out how to get the sticking around. I'm gonna reset in like 5 minutes and see if that makes a difference in like 15. We gotta test this out. I'm trying not to put myself so close to the mic. think I already knew what this would do. You got a problem, Black Lotus? What's your problem? Tell me your problem. Is it something that I can help with? What's your problem? No, wait. Thank you for being here, Arwaka. Stony Girl, hello, welcome back. Mystery Top had me out all night. They did, Black Lotus. Uh oh. Y'all were hanging out in the TT streets all night. Did you go back after I got off last night? Let me find out. Let me find out, Black Lotus. Black Lotus was hanging out in the TT streets. You went to her treehouse after. Was she, sometimes in the night lives, Mrs. Treetop is like co hosting with a couple people. Was she co hosting? All right, what other? I I'm gonna add a little bit more detail with this pen. But what other I'm gonna make it sketchy because I do also want to see how I feel about this sketchy, more sketchy stuff. Like more sketchy. Yeah, I have to hold this up to my head. I'm sorry. With Lisa C. Yeah. She was battling Nika Grace. So Black Lotus. Who was battling? Miss Treetop, right? Not Black Lotus. Black Lotus, were you battling out in these streets last night? Y'all, I really am trying to figure out Today I want to just really practice this idea of what these marks, what marks these things make, and do I like it. I mean, I already know that I love the marks that a fountain pen makes. That's why I have my nibs always, and I prefer to do a dip pen for using it. But you did not. Dr. Lisa is gonna arrange that. Dr. Lisa might be battling today in the 10 o'clock. It's Sunday, Black Lotus. She might be doing stuff to get ready for church. It's Sunday. Trisha T might be doing stuff to get ready for church. Wait, is today's Sunday, right? Yes, Sunday. I just looked at my computer. Sorry, y'all. I can show you our cars up here, but I have to have it closer to me in all right, Art Walker, see you. Thank you as always for being here and for the accountability. Appreciate you. You said she's doing church stuff. It is Sunday. She is doing church stuff, whether it's preparing for church or making her Sunday dinner before she goes to church. Thank you for the Rosa. Thanks, Art Walker. I am absolutely going to look up this this eye drops that you talked about earlier. Black Lotus, because my eyes are still in that place. Y'all, I kind of like the two angles. How do you all feel about the two angles? I kind of like it. This might not be the other second angle. I think that I can maybe put the camera to come from this way, but I did see it. Somebody asked a stencil question. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Where is it? Black Lotus, that is the good old sunlight from outside. It's not even sunlight because it's overcast. It's natural light in Black Lotus. I'm not using any light, any artificial light at all. Um, how do I feel about stencils? True. I did not see that question. True. Thanks, Nika Grace. Um, True. When you say stencils, like creating your own stencil or like buying stencils and using them? You said put some flames on the side. Well, true, you know that I have no problem answering and turning my head and stop drawing so we can talk about it. As a way of creating artwork, true. Is that what you mean in terms of like did you ask that question around the time I was talking about tracing my own work, right? Versus tracing something else? I think I know like where you're going with it. So I don't this is the thing, true. I have this opinion about creating a finished work. Yeah, I think when I read the question, I was like, I think, sometimes I don't remember the things I've said, but that I did remember that I said that, and that made sense. I have this, I feel like creating a piece of work doesn't have to be you doing this fantabulous detailed drawing or painting or whatever it is of one subject using one medium and all that kind of stuff. I think that the reality is sometimes your work can be pieces of things. So things like using stencils. You too, Nika Grace. Well, I'm gonna see you in homeroom. I don't. I was really late today, so I don't know if I'll stay for a full 2 hours. I might do an hour and a half ish, but we'll see how we. When we get to 11 o'clock, I'll see what time it is. Um, Meaning how much time I've done. I feel like you can do so many things to create a piece of work, that why wouldn't you, like, if I think about it, like, and I'm not saying that this is the only way that using a stencil, in my opinion, would be, because this is all, remember, this is now my thought, my opinion. You did say what do I think about it. um if you wanted to use a stencil for your lettering, for instance, I think if you create a piece of work and you're like, all right, let me use a stencil for the lettering, or if you say to yourself you want to use, like, your main component is, from a shape perspective, you want to start with a stencil and then you add detail in other ways. There are just so many ways to use tools through that. I would never be in this place where I'm like, well, I feel like stencils, if you use stencils to create a piece of work, it's not your own work, it's the blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I might be rambling a little bit, but it's just one of those things where I feel like we can do so many things to create a gorgeous piece of work. Mark making is mark making. Because also, I'm retraining myself to draw, because I want to go down a certain path with my illustration work. Some folks don't draw at all for their, like,